On one hand, you have the original trilogy, one of the most highly regarded and iconic trilogies of all time. And on the other hand, you have the prequel trilogy, which is, for the most part, absolute garbage. Perfectly balanced, as all things should be. Hello ladies and gentlemen and movie lovers of all kind, and welcome back to another Cinema Showdown Sunday. And for today, I'm going to be doing another suggested video, and this one comes from a good YouTube pal of mine, Rashad G Reviews, and he wanted to know if I could do a villains battle between Thanos and Lord Darth Vader himself. For the first round, we'll be looking at these characters' menace, or how menacing they are. We'll start off with Thanos, who is arguably, or at least to date, the biggest Marvel baddie there is, and that's pretty big considering this franchise is now over 20 films long. He is the one that we've been leading up to this entire time throughout all of these movies, even just from that initial sneak peek at the end of the first Avengers film. Everything has been leading up to this, to the big battle with Thanos. We've had Avengers Infinity War already. We've seen what kind of damage this guy can do, so I don't think there's any doubt whatsoever that people shudder and shiver when they say his name. Thanos is the biggest baddie there is when it comes to recent comic book movies. Switch over to the other side and you have Darth freaking Vader. He's pretty menacing, I would dare say. People don't look at the Emperor in these movies. They don't think, oh, it's the Emperor, and then, oh yeah, there's Darth, I guess, too. No. People are terrified of Darth Vader. He is the one that they look up to as the biggest bad. He is the face of the Empire. He is the one true ruler. Of course, we know, the audience, that the Emperor is behind him whispering in his ear, but no one else knows that. This guy has the entire Empire under his boot. No one questions his authority, and if they do, they get choked out through his Force choke. Although Thanos is pretty menacing, and like I said, the biggest bad in the Marvel Cinematic Universe, the way I see it, everybody wants a piece of this guy. They are afraid of him, and they're afraid of his army, but pretty much everyone is going to fight him because they want to. Like, they're not necessarily totally afraid of him. You know, Thor's literally screaming, "Bring me Thanos." People go to Titan to fight him. Everybody wants a piece of that guy, so how truly menacing is he versus Darth Vader when everybody is afraid to even speak up near him? Everybody like bows, they're terrified of this guy. So round one is going to go to Darth Vader. Round two is going to be their powers / abilities. Darth Vader, well, he has the Force. That's what runs the entire Star Wars saga. That is pretty much the centerpiece, is the Force, the Jedi, the Sith, the dark, the light. He has the Force, and he is arguably the strongest user of it, but regardless, the Force. Enough said. We switch over to Thanos, and Thanos, although he doesn't have any direct abilities, aside from the fact that he's an alien, godlike badass, he is super strong, he's insanely durable. After all the punishment he takes, he literally says it right to Tony Stark, all that effort for a little drop of blood. And he has a great tactical mind, and is an incredible fighter. He literally, like the Hulk, looked like he was destroying him, and then in 2 seconds, he absolutely dismantles the Incredible Hulk. Incredible! But when it really comes down to it, if these two are going against each other with just those bare knuckle abilities, who's gonna take it? Well, of course, if it was hand to hand, Thanos would just pick him up, twist him, and rip him in half, but I don't think he's even gonna get that close, so I'm gonna give round two once again to Darth Vader. Round three is going to be their weaponry, what weapons they have at their disposal, and this isn't weapons that they can get, this is weapons that they're basically synonymous with, that they will constantly have with them. Darth Vader has the always iconic red lightsaber. Of course, there are others out there who have their red lightsabers, but we know Darth Vader, synonymous with his lightsaber, he always has it on him. Just look at that one clip from the end of Rogue One, he can do some serious damage with that thing. But then you switch over to Thanos, and well, he has the Infinity Gauntlet, and even with just that, I mean, he's ridiculously strong and durable anyway. You add 1 Infinity Stone, 2, 3, 4, all of them, and then he snaps and can wipe out half of existence in the entire universe. When it comes to a lightsaber versus a fully powered Infinity Gauntlet, even just an Infinity Gauntlet with 1 or 2 Infinity Stones, Thanos is going to win that fight every day. Round 3 is going to go to Thanos. Coming in at round 4 is going to be their motivation. Why do they do what they do? Thanos, well, just like I said in the intro, he wants to make the universe, or at least claims to want to make the universe, perfectly balanced as all things should be. He aims to wipe out half of existence in the universe for the sole fact that he believes that he is truthfully and honestly helping all of these planets. He believes that if half of their population is wiped out, there will be no more hunger, there will be no more poverty, there will be no more struggles, they can thrive. Switch over to Darth Vader. What I basically get for Darth Vader's motivation is that he has come too far. By the end of Revenge of the Sith, he has wiped out almost all the Jedi, if not all of the Jedi, completely dismantled the Republic, and he has betrayed everyone that he knows and loves, essentially burning all of his bridges, and to top it all off, he believes that he has killed his wife and his children. All he has left is Emperor Palpatine, so he just travels down that path. You can see he's in agony by the end of Revenge of the Sith, but then you jump to A New Hope, it's probably, what, 20, 30, 40 years later? This guy has gone through a lot of shit in that time period, and I believe that by the time he hits this point, he is truthfully and honestly convinced himself that this is the way that things are supposed to be. He is doing what he's supposed to be doing, and what he is doing is right, leading this empire, taking over the entire galaxy, so he can rule it with an iron fist and run it the way that it should be ran. Although I'd say Darth's is a little more drawn out, there's a bit more meat there to work with. I just adore Thanos' motivation, I'm not gonna lie, because through a lot of Infinity War, and hell, even now when I think about it, I agree with Thanos. I mean, there is a lot of just bad stuff going on. All those worlds are now thriving because of what he did, because with half the population, now there's more than enough food to go around, and everybody can live their lives. So perfectly balanced, all things should be, is the way that Thanos is about to make this fight right now by winning round 4 and making it a 2-2 score. Did you like that one? I did. Thought of it right now. And now for the 5th and final round, it is going to be the backstory. Thanos' backstory, although we don't get a ton of it, we know that he lived on the planet Titan, and that the reason why he does what he does is because exactly what he's trying to avoid happened to his planet. They starved, they went to war, they fought over resources, like his planet was dying. And in the end, his planet just simply could not survive, and it completely collapsed, him being the sole survivor. Switch over to Darth Vader, and well, he's no longer Darth Vader if you look at his backstory. In the end, his backstory is Anakin Skywalker. He was Anakin before Darth. Although we count them as two completely separate characters, most people, especially those who dislike the prequels, you cannot deny that at one point, Darth Vader was Anakin Skywalker, and that was his backstory. I don't need to rehash it all for you. There's 3 full feature-length films out there if you want to go and watch them. The 5th and final round is going to go to the winner, Darth Vader. So if you like this video, be sure to like, subscribe, and comment, and let me know who would you have given this fight to, as well as be sure to comment down below and suggest what you want to see for the next Cinema Showdown Sunday. And be sure to check me out on social media. I'm on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. Links will be in the description and at the end of the video. And be sure to check out my Instagram page every Friday for the Fan Vote Friday. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and that's a wrap. Jaws versus 1993's Jurassic Park. So